Donald Trump's decision to skip the Iowa State Fair's campaign event signifies his disregard for Hawkeye State voters, while Governor Kim Reynolds invited major 2024 candidates for unscripted fair-side chats. Trump declined, revealing his detachment from Iowa's values. He berated Reynolds and overlooked Iowa's first-in-the-nation caucus role. This refusal, coupled with his mistreatment of Reynolds, displays an unbecoming pettiness. Trump's absence from the cherished event and his attacks on respected Iowa figures signal a fading candidacy, disappointing those who once supported him. The move contrasts with Iowans' expectation of strong, respectful leaders in the caucus. Donald Trump's decision to skip the Iowa State Fair's campaign event signifies his disregard for Hawkeye State voters, while Governor Kim Reynolds invited major 2024 candidates for unscripted fair-side chats. Trump declined, revealing his detachment from Iowa's values. He berated Reynolds and overlooked Iowa's first-in-the-nation caucus role. This refusal, coupled with his mistreatment of Reynolds, displays an unbecoming pettiness. Trump's absence from the cherished event and his attacks on respected Iowa figures signal a fading candidacy, disappointing those who once supported him. The move contrasts with Iowans' expectation of strong, respectful leaders in the caucus. A house explosion in a Pittsburgh suburb led to fires, injuries, and rescue efforts. Emergency services responded to the explosion on Rustic Ridge Drive and Brookside Drive in Plum Borough after a 911 call. Several houses were affected, with one exploding, 2 on fire, and others damaged. Fire departments from 18 teams collaborated with water tankers from Allegheny and Westmoreland counties. Rescue operations were conducted while ongoing checks on structures and gas lines took place. 3 people were hospitalized and 3 remain missing. The scene remains active, noted Allegheny County's communications director. U.S. health officials are probing the death of a 3-year-old Venezuelan girl on a bus transporting asylum seekers from Texas to Chicago. The controversial scheme has sent migrants to Democratic Party-run cities. The child was taken to a southern Illinois hospital and declared dead. Texas officials confirmed the incident without elaborating. The bus, leaving Brownsville, had health checks for passengers. The bus stopped when her condition worsened. Texas's Governor Abbott's policies have sent migrants to Democratic cities, and he faced a lawsuit for a Rio Grande barrier. Venezuela's refugee crisis stems from political and economic issues. Taiwan's Vice President Lai Ching-te, a top presidential candidate, resisted pressure from China to stop in New York City while en route to a state visit to Paraguay. Lai's visit to the Taiwanese American community is significant, despite a military exercise by China nearby. China's subdued reaction contrasts with its ambassador's earlier priority to stop Lai's transit. The brief New York stop showcases Lai's foreign policy skills, while his return via San Francisco on August 15 provides further engagement opportunities. Lai aims to highlight Taiwan's commitment to freedom, democracy, and global peace. Louisville schools in Kentucky will remain shut next week after a bus route overhaul caused delays and disruptions, leaving students stranded or arriving home hours late. The largest district, with 96,000 students, sought to address a bus driver shortage by redesigning routes but faced issues on the first day. Classes were already canceled for Thursday and Friday, and now Monday and Tuesday are added for further adjustments to ensure reliable bus services. Extracurricular activities will proceed as planned. Similar bus driver shortages are impacting other districts across the U.S. A potential suspect has been apprehended in connection with a shooting at the Sky Zone trampoline park in Timonium, Maryland. The incident occurred around 7 p.m., leaving a man seriously injured. The suspected shooter was located elsewhere. There's no ongoing threat to the community, and the investigation remains active. The victim and shooter seem to be acquainted. Baltimore County Executive Johnny Olszewski expressed shock, emphasizing the absence of child injuries. The Baltimore County Violent Crime Unit is handling the case. Witnesses with information are urged to contact 911. Darrell T. Caldwell, a Brandywine resident, crashed a stolen vehicle in Arlington County, then allegedly stole an ambulance, hitting 13 vehicles during a chase into Washington, D.C. The stolen truck caused 2 crashes on I-66 and I-395, with Caldwell fleeing on foot. While Arlington fire officials responded to another crash involving him, he took the ambulance. Virginia State Police pursued the ambulance, which hit multiple vehicles and a patrol car. Caldwell finally stopped after a head-on collision in D.C. He faces charges for multiple hit-and-runs and theft. A significant fire broke out at a plastic recycling yard near US 60 and 67th Avenue in Glendale, sending a large smoke plume into the air. The fire, believed to have originated from a semi-truck, triggered an explosion, possibly involving a fuel tank. Glendale Fire received assistance from neighboring departments to control the blaze, with at least 75 firefighters responding. The fire's cause remains unknown, but it was mostly contained within hours. Evacuations were carried out in nearby neighborhoods, and road closures were implemented, including US 60. A migrant boat sank in the English Channel, causing 6 deaths, while 2 individuals could still be missing. About 65 to 66 people were aboard the boat, as per survivor accounts. More than 20 people were rescued and taken to Dover by British authorities. Afghan men constituted the victims, fleeing Taliban conflict. Crossing the channel on small boats is dangerous, often exploited by human traffickers. Despite efforts, UK saw 755 migrants detected crossing the channel in a day, the highest in a year. French authorities have increased patrols, and UK government has prioritized curbing the crossings.